So we're gonna get right on into it. Right here, I am stretching my cap in the back down to the measurement. Right above where I place that line is my measurement, and I'm just pulling the cap down to that. Now, one thing I will say about this is it fits snug, but right here, where you see the cap kind of dips up, right here, I would pull that cap down to my temple measurement as well, just because I wanted it like a different fit. Even though it fit perfectly, I wanted it to fit a little more snug around the corners. And it's not too tight because I can always stretch it, but I just want it to fit there naturally. And then as you can see right here, I'm just flat ironing the tracks so they can lay flat when I start to sew them on the wig. And this step is coming before I put the closure on, but make sure you do that. So here we go with the closure. I want you to make sure it's laying flat. As you can see my hand flat against that canvas block head. And I want you to just stitch close together. Do not do any sloppy stitches, especially on this part. I prefer you not to do them at all, but definitely take your time with your stitches while you're doing this closure. And it needs to be laying flat to the head, the canvas block head. And in the back, I sew from left to right. I don't sew everything all to one side. So once I get to the back of this side right here, I don't go straight across from the left to the right. I sew a little bit at a time and stretch the cap and pull it to make sure it's laying flat. I did not get a recording of this, but you'll know what to do. Just stretch it and pull it as it's laying flat to make sure it's laying flat. And right here, I'm just sewing my tracks from left to right all the way up to the closure. And I did this all the way around my mannequin head. I usually don't do this. I usually go from left to right in the back. And then once I get to like the sides where the ear will be, I just bring it all the way up to the closure. But this time I started off like this, and I really do like how it lays. I think I'm going to, from now on, with any kinky straight hair, I think I am going to just do it the regular way, left to right in the back for like 2 rows. And then once I come up by the ear tab, I'm going to just bring it all the way up. But as you can see right here, I'm just going in this U shape. You can use the T-pins to hold your tracks into place where you're sewing, and just stitch neatly close together and pull your thread so it's not going to be loose, and continue to stitch. I've gotten all the way up to the top, and now you can start stitching from left to right just to go ahead and close that out. And I also don't double weft right here because I don't want it too bulky. I really did not want to open up this last bundle to sew that little bitty section, but that's what I went ahead and did. And the wig is very full. I enjoy how it looks. And I wish I would have never cut it first before putting it on my head. I don't know what I was thinking about styling this wig before putting it on my head. But as you can see, it's very full. I don't think it was too bulky at all. I really do like how I sewed this. And here is the rest of the bundles. A lot left. And this is the finished result on my head. I wish I would have pulled my closure down about an inch instead of that half inch that I did. But it really fits my head to the T. I just want to show you like this is how it looks before anything is done. You have to tweak your wigs in order for it to look like the girls you see. Right here, I had to go get some Quick and Blue because this is the only thing that turned that wig to scalp. And I'm just showing you some of the dye colors that I want. I got this spicy red at home, but I really wanted to try this sun-kissed brown. And I had some purple shampoo. I love these carbon combs. And this is how your solution or whatever should look. It should look kind of cakey like this, not very soupy. I went ahead and did that. And as you can see, the knots did bleach. You can see the brown on the back of the lace. And I'm just going to use some of that purple shampoo to tone it out so it won't be brassy. And after that, I used I think it was Tresemme shampoo. You're going to see it right here in a minute. But I used some Tresemme shampoo just to wash the whole wig, all the hair, because I did not do that before I installed it onto this cap. And I'm also using right here some silicone mix. Man, when I tell you that silicone mix had this wig feeling dark and lovely, like the dye that I was finna get. But yeah, just wash your wig. You can let the silicone mix sit for about 5 minutes. So I just let that sit. Honestly, it was probably about 10 or 15 minutes till I got done doing what I needed to do. And I'm just gonna go to the styling part next. So make sure you stay tuned. Also, a tip, you have your hands kind of wet and the wig kind of wet when you're putting on this silicone mix because it really helps to, I don't know, it just does way better. You can see I got a glove on because I be tired of my hands getting dry. I use water so much doing my hair, my kids' hair, everybody hair. So I really don't like for my hands to dry out. But yeah, this silicone mix did this wig some justice. All right, I'm just using some blow dry spray to spray on this wig and I'm going to blow it out as if I would blow out someone's hair. It did blow out pretty good. And as you can see, it looks wavy to me, like a wedding wavy, but this is the kinky part of the kinky straight. What you're seeing, those waves, that's the kinky part of it. For the most part, here is how the hair looks when it's blown out. It's not all the way blown out at this point, but you can see it looks like a natural blowout on someone's type 4, type 3 C ish hair. When you get to this lace, do not snatch and tug all on this lace. And you see how I'm pulling it diagonally, not straight to the back, over to the side. That is the direction I'm going to blow it out in so it can lay how I'm going to have it styled. I don't want it pulled all the way to the back. So that's a tip. Whenever you're blow drying hair, blow dry it in the direction you're going to style it to help you. It's giving you a boost. And these are the products I'm using, the Kenra medium hold spray and the silkening heat cream. I had to turn my flat irons down because look, it's a silk press. This wig is literally a silk press and I did not want that. So I had to turn my flat iron down to like 350, I think, because I had it up to like 4 410. I didn't even know it went up that high because I don't use it all the way up there. But yeah, I put it up there because I seen someone say the hair wasn't flat ironing how they wanted it to. I think because they were using bigger sections because as you can see I'm doing it literally row by row so the sections are small and thin. And this is, look, do y'all see this? This is scalp, baby. Look at that. I wish I would have styled this on my head before I cut it. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just rushing at that point because I never style on the not do a full style on the mannequin. And right here, make sure you're curving that straightening comb. You see how I'm curving it? I'm getting it flat right there. You need to curve. Look at that. You see that round part, what I'm pointing to? Curve it. It needs to curve. You see that? And it's getting that closure flat for you, okay? And see, this what I mean when I say I was rushing because, girl, I don't know what I was thinking. I would never do that again though because I usually cut on my head to face frame to my actual head. But more styling in the next video, and I'm going to show you how it turned out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. See you later.